Good morning, everybody, and happy New Year. I hate this fucking new cups. My gas station got new coffee cups. They suck, man. The lids just fall right off. I like the old ones. Happy New Year. I want to wish everybody a happy New Year. Even our friends across the aisle, old evil ones, who wish to do us harm. Even you guys, happy New Year. I had a good time on vacation, actually. And, well, it's time to go back to work, because that's what it's all about. Gotta go to work, gotta earn that money, gotta pay the bills. Capitalism. Because only here in America, where we have capitalism, can you pull yourself up out of the shit. Pull yourself up out of the shitter and make a better life for yourself. I guess I gotta put the key in. Could be like that. Turn my ass warmer on. Check. Clean off my windshield a little bit here. Check. Light my cigarette. Check. So, Shark in the basement wants to let everybody know this new year. My wife let me know that it's the year of the golden pig, which is pretty freaking awesome. Not just the pig, but the golden pig. With luck and all that kind of good stuff. So what I would like everybody to chill the fuck out this year. But of course, they won't be chilling out. You know, the Democrats can't wait to get in there and start fucking shit up like they always do. You know, I don't get them, man. I really don't. It seems like over the last 30 or 40 years, I've been alive 40 years, you know. And in all that time, I've never seen them do anything good. Not one thing. You know, they're always using wedge issues and trying to tear people down. I never see them building people up. And then when they're done using them, they're like, move on to the next issue. And then, you know, it's like they really don't care. They just use them as a prop. And that's it. Once they've gotten what they wanted out of them, they just move on to the next victim, so to speak. But I would like everybody to chill the fuck out. I mean, now I'm sure that you guys saw this one video where this redhead in this vape shop or something was having a fucking meltdown because some dude had like some Trump apparel on or some shit. You know, and he was just virtue signaling for the black guy that was in there. And it was actually, it should have said everybody fucking puking, man. I mean, the cringe level was so high. And he did get fired for his bullshit. And I'm glad he got fired for his bullshit. Because don't no grown man need to be acting like that. I mean, especially in his place of work. I I mean, sure, you're gonna, like, I work retail, don't get me wrong, I'm in a dark, this is a dark stretch of road, folks. Don't get me wrong, I work retail and I've run across some real fucking scumbags working real retail, okay? But even though they are scumbags, be that as it may, was not my job to determine whether or not I was going to sell them anything. My job was to sell them product that we carry and get them out of the store satisfied and happy. Even if I personally didn't like them, even if I thought they were fucking the biggest scumbag in the world, I had to smile and sell them shit. Okay? And I mean, that's just, it goes along with the territory, man. I mean, that's just what it is. Right? Now, the person that owns that vape shop, who hired this little bastard, see, this is another thing that I keep telling people, you know, especially far left liberals, you know, like this little snowflake that had his little meltdown and shit. This is why I keep trying to tell people, you're fucking yourselves over, man. You know, because people are going to see this shit. Now, that guy's going to have a real hard time getting another job somewhere because more than likely, he's not educated. Okay? He's working at a vape shop, for fuck's sakes. Right? You know, liberals always like to talk about conservatives not being educated, right? Bring this up to you. It's like, you got more common sense in our pinky finger than you do your whole bodies. That makes us more educated right off the bat. I don't care how many degrees you have. You can take them degrees and wipe your behind with them because they probably don't mean shit. You know, he's going to have a hard time now. You know, every employer, you know, especially like employers are going to, see, it's coming around to bite them in the ass. See, they're the ones that suggest that employers look at social media. They're going to look at social media and see this guy have a meltdown, dropping F-bombs at the customer because, you know, he's a Trump supporter and that guy just doesn't like Trumps because, you know, he's a brainwashed idiot that watches the news and listens to all their talking points. This is what I don't understand. How on earth can you listen to, like, it's, okay, so let's just say you got a friend, right? And that friend, you know, there's a guy in your school and your friend keeps telling you all this shit about this guy in school. Like, you know, oh, he does this, and he does that, he's this, and he's that, right? And you never ask him that guy's shit, right? But you notice that everything your friend tells you about him, it seems like he does the complete opposite. But you're still gonna believe that friend that's telling you all this heinous shit about this guy, but this guy never does any of the things. You never witness this guy doing any of the things that your friend says he does, right? Well, after a while, wouldn't you have enough sense to be like, look, dog, you know, I don't ever see this guy doing any of this shit you says he does, right? Or he does it. And you go, well, you know, yeah, you might think he does, but, you know, I've been watching this guy, you know, like every day in school, all year long, and I never see him act any kind of way the way you describe him, right? So that's kind of like the media and Trump, right? Now, I ain't saying like I agree with everything Trump does, because I don't. You know, I don't want him to give them shit. I'd be stomping all over. I would have walked all over them day one. Day one, I would have went in there, you know, yeah, whatever, fuck you. I ain't giving you shit. We got the House and the Senate and the fucking presidency. We're gonna walk all over you motherfuckers. I know that's why they never choose me to do shit like that. You need to be more diplomatic. Me, I wouldn't have been diplomatic. You know, I'd have been just like them. Be like, I got control, fuck you, we're gonna do everything the way we want. But, so you get back to Trump and this guy, you know, right? So that's kind of like the media and Trump, right? The media keeps saying that Trump does this, Trump does that, Trump's. And you see that he isn't doing these things, right? So after a while, wouldn't any common sense, level-headed person say, you know, I don't really see all this shit, what they're saying. Like maybe I'm missing something, right? I'm sorry, it's kind of loud in here. I gotta have the heat on and shit. It's only like 20 degrees outside. Excuse me. Anyway, so you're sitting there like, well, I don't see him doing any of this stuff, right? They're like babies. They really are. They're like little children, you know, in high school or middle school gossiping and shit. You know? And you got the most visceral motherfuckers on TV, you know. He's racist, he's racist, he's racist! You know, I noticed that the people that scream the loudest are usually the ones that are fucking doing shit, you know. Ugh. Mornings, man. I'm telling you. He's racist! Okay. You know how many times I've been called a fucking racist? Zero. Zero fucking times have I been called a racist. Oh, I'm sure somebody somewhere has called me a racist, you know. An unfounded claim based in feelings and not facts. You know, by somebody, I might have hurt their fucking feelings or some shit, you know. They're like, oh, you're racist. Yeah, whatever, motherfucker. You goddamn racist. Neither is Trump. Like, how can you say Trump is racist, you know? He was like the most unracist motherfucker in the whole world, you know, and then he ran for president. All of a sudden, he's a racist. He's a champion for women's rights and women until he ran for president. Then he was a sexist, misogynist pig, right? I mean, dude, it's like just these facts alone. It's like should make people question everything the media says. I don't believe everything the media says. Never did. You know, YouTube wanted to strike my channel. It's funny how that strike went away, by the way. It did go away. They said I was disseminating fake news. I'm like, whatever, motherfuckers. I didn't even care. I didn't even contact them or anything. I knew it was that stupid fucking algorithm. You know, or some fucking SJW snowflake out there. Oh, he doesn't believe in climate change. I was watching old episodes of TV shows I liked when I was growing up. You know, Mad TV, In Living Color. You know, I didn't really watch Saturday Night Live because, you know, they were, you know, kind of like an SJW puke fest by then anyway. You know, we just called them goody-goodies, like I said. Yeah, I noticed that they were one-sided, so I just didn't watch them, right? So I'm watching these old shows, and I'm watching some of the shit that these comedians, these very same comedians, by the way. Are you fucking serious, man? It's like, these are the same people made all their money off of talking mad shit. I mean, the sketches they did back in the 90s and shit, there's no way that shit would fly now. You put that on TV, and the SJW's heads would fucking explode. They'd be pulling their own guts out, screaming at the top of their lungs about how racist and sexist and everything is. They'd go crazy, man. You know? Fucking there'd be riots in the street, all it's racist. That's what trips me out. It's like, and this shit's the shit we call, look, I've told people this before. These fucking kids, man, they would faint if they heard how me and my friends talked to each other back in the 90s, man. When we were kids. We were just like, like young teenagers and shit. They would faint. They'd be like, oh my God, the racism. See, all they want to do is shove all this isms and racism and, all this isms and phobes and shit. None of that shit exists. It only exists in the feeble mind of that person who happens to think they're oppressed only because it's been drilled into their fucking head since birth that they are oppressed. So they find something that confirms that they are indeed oppressed. See? It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Ain't nothing wrong with them. Nobody's oppressing them and shit, but they look for shit. These are the type of assholes that will look for shit. They'll look for any little thing to confirm that they are indeed oppressed. And that's why you have a bunch of assholes right now running around screaming and hollering and crying about everything. It's actually quite sick. But I hope 2019 changes, a little, something. Hope some shit changes in 2019. I hope it's okay. I hope everybody starts to calm down a little bit, relax, take it easy, Let's give each other a chance. And you know what? I also want to bring this up. These people that are always falling out and showing their ass and being dumbasses, right? The people with the loudest voices. They are not indicative of the vast majority of Americans, and I even mean Democrats. Because there's a lot of Democrats out there that are sick of the same shit. That's why they got the walk away movement. And I highly suggest you walk away. You don't have to be Democrat. Be a libertarian. Don't vote for somebody because they're popular. Vote for them because they're going to get the fucking job done. Don't vote for somebody because they sell you a bunch of fucking dreams. Vote for them because they're going to get the job. It's like this, Cortez in New York. Well, you guys are fucking brilliant over there, man. I'm telling you. You guys are so fucking stupid. All somebody has to do is offer you free shit, and you'll give everything up. Oh, just vote for me, and I'll give you free everything. All you have to do is just give up your soul and all your constitutional rights. Sounds good to me. Because we're a bunch of dumbasses. Sorry, you guys keep that shit. I'd rather live in a cardboard box and have all my constitutional rights than be the richest motherfucker in the world and have no rights. Fuck that. And I watched a really good video, and I'll have to find out what it is, but it's kind of like it made a lot of sense, and I thought the same way. We don't live in a monarchy, we live in a meritocracy. Right? Based on merit. If you work hard and you apply yourself, you can make it. But now you got all these little rich motherfuckers, right? They get rich. And then all of a sudden they want to start telling everybody else what they need to do. They're not telling them how to get rich like them, okay? They're telling them, well, now that I'm rich, I want the whole world to do like this, right? And you got a lot of these like mini kings, right? And they're lobbying, our politicians, and they give these, politicians money and shit. First of all, it's like, I don't understand, like, how that's even a thing. I thought bribing public officials was illegal, in any capacity. Lobbying. Lobbying is just another commie word for fucking bribing or buying off. Like Nancy Pelosi, right? How come you dumbasses in California keep voting for this fucking mummy? I mean, it's clear that Nancy Pelosi does not have the mental or physical faculties to still be serving at the capacity of where she's at. Same thing with Maxine Waters. Was she like 80 now? Again, she does not have the mental or physical capacity to fulfill their duties with sound mind and judgment. They just don't. I don't think they ever did personally. But now that they've gotten older, I mean, they've gotten more psycho. And I can't remember who that cat was. He's talking about, oh, I love to censor speech, but the First Amendment gets in my way. That motherfucker should have been thrown out immediately. I mean, they shouldn't even wait for the cameras to shut off. Motherfucker should have grabbed that little punk-ass motherfucker by the throat and threw him out on his ass. Said, you fired. Fuck out of here. You fucking piece of shit. You don't like the First Amendment. Oh, okay. Well, obviously. See, this is another thing I don't understand. They're just blatant about it now. And people are like, yeah! So you look at them like, are you fucking nuts? This dude's talking about giving away the First Amendment, giving away the Second Amendment. You start giving away rights, your ass is going to end up in a gulag somewhere. And that's what these fucking useful idiots don't seem to understand. They think that somehow they're going to be immune, It's like, no, they're going to throw you in line with everybody else, motherfucker. They'll say, thanks for the help, now get in line. At Oregon, what's going on out west with this Antifa shit? I noticed that this kind of shit never flies in conservative areas. You never hear about, in a conservative area, a bunch of punks blocking the road. Probably because they get their fucking asses kicked. Because conservatives have jobs, and they need to go out and work. And they're going to let some fucking pinheaded little motherfucking trust fund babies with masks on block the road. But out of Oregon, they put up with that shit. I would be put up with that shit. Washington, I would put up with that shit 5 seconds. I'd be like, look, you want to protest, do like everybody else. Just stand on the side of the road with signs. I don't care if you protest. Block the road, you're going to get run over. Just saying. You in the middle of the road. I ain't looking for motherfuckers in the middle of the road. I'm looking for other cars, possibly deer. But if you think for 1 minute, I'm looking for, assholes protesting some fucking imaginary bullshit that's in their head, and it is. These assholes claim to be anti-fascists. That's the fucking best part. You know, oh, we're anti-fascists. No, motherfuckers, you are fascists. Smart dudes of our time, man, said this was going to happen. They said when Ronald Reagan said, when fascism comes to America, it'll be in the guise of liberalism. No truer words were spoken. These little bastards are out there, you know, little punk-ass motherfuckers born with a silver spoon up their ass. Obviously, they don't have no job. Unless you count working for George Soros a job. I personally don't. They tried everything they could and still lost. And they're still losing. One thing I will, I disagree upon. I heard that PayPal and platforms are like deplatforming people, even Antifa and shit like that. Why don't you guys deplatform them? They have the right to spew as much bullshit as anybody else. Just don't do it in the middle of the fucking road. Anyway, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. I want to wish everybody the best of luck this year. Hope everything turns out good for you. And just, you know what, man? Trump's president. He's going to be president until 2020, and then he's going to be president again. Because as long as we have a strong economy, nobody's going to be able to really beat him. So, anyway, like it, share it if you want. Follow me on Twitter at Shark of Truth. I'm out. Have a good morning.